Chemistry means we've got research labs. That's really cool. They're relatively cheap. 1,495 with democracy, but that's a lot of extra science, especially because all my cities are powered. I'll be building most of them, but a couple of cities, like my capital, which is busy doing something else, and my Pingala city, which is just too important to leave alone, we'll pick them up immediately. 500 science per turn. Oh yes, that is rather tasty. Fix the walls, get the archaeological museum. We need to get some of these antiquity sites off so I can actually try and put some more dams down before it comes back, before the water returns, which it will. You know it will. It'll wait until I'm happy and content, and then it'll strike. Especially because I'm burning so much coal in this railway production. Oh dear. I love it when an ally, like, just randomly tells you off for having units around them. I could not be less interested in attacking you, friend. You're the one that broke the alliance off with me because somehow it expired. Like, this is not my doing. But all my units have just been pushed out as well. It might be alright. All my settlers scattering to the 7 winds as they go off. I do have a couple of sources of oil coming in now. It's taken a little while to get them. Germany is so coal orientated. There's just very, very little sort of use of oil until you go for military. I don't know. Certainly I don't think so. Oh, but Diplo favor, I'm still selling it in vast amounts. And as cool as liberalism is, I need monarchic legacy back in the housing, and more importantly, the Diplo favor. I've gone from +10 to +50 there. I mean, that economically alone is a huge benefit to me. One of my favourite things about professional sports, however, is the purchasing of aquatic centres. If I just show you the range on this mighty tasty building. There you go. Doesn't include my capital, but it includes a lot of other cities, and it gives them 3 amenities, as well as giving me some era score for even building it in the first place. Oh, a couple of those, some stadiums inland, and we should start seeing ecstatic cities everywhere. Actually, Ada Lovelace, I'm going to put 1 charge into my capital because next turn I can build an aerodrome. Oh, it's good. Planes, we're so close. Am I going to be able to resist a late game attack of Gaul? I mean, it's unlikely. Look at diplomatic relations between them and the rest of the world still. There is still a war with my military ally. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cities I could add to my collection. I might just leave them this one. I'll be honest, this one might not do anything for me. Fractionally smaller amount of tourism there. Beautiful. There's a stadium. Everyone will be happy, whether or not they like it or not. Ursa Ryan, where happiness is compulsory. Torre de Belém, it's still available. I can build it in 4 turns. And a 3 building in every city on the New World. It's really tempting. There's a good crab tile there, but the crabs are being replaced. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't kill me, giant crabs. Oh, maybe I think I probably need a religion to sate the snipping fury. If I was really, really boosting a tourism victory, by the way, I'm very much just enjoying this game and sitting back, I would be getting as many great works as I can, but these are just ones I've earned myself, apart from maybe one of the relics I think I bought in. I'm kind of just letting the game pan out, you know? It's quite fun just letting it happen automatically. Another city right in the hub of this particular continent. Some will just be called Mew, for it is a rather Mew city. Not old, just Mew. Darwin says, hello, have 2,000 science in one go. Excellent, we're almost at advanced flight now. Have we overtaken Babylon? That's the question. Oh, we have by 1 tech. We finally did it. Oh, amazing. Voting wise, I tell you what, if we could buy units with gold cheaper, that would be handy. Melee is kind of important. I think production will probably go through here rather than gold, but sometimes the AI goes for gold. You never know. Production, that's fine. That's fine. We've got enough gold to survive that sort of thing. But I didn't check for aluminium. Aluminium is possibly the most important resource we need to worry about here. So, we've got 2 sources just on the Gaul border. Very good. 2 sources in the New World, right by my cities. Nazca's got one. Garzagamu's got one. There's loads, actually, where we've just settled. All right, we are not going to have a problem with this. It's lovely to actually have a game where you have resources. Blimey, is this what it feels like? Feels good. I'm sorry, did you just steal 2,500 gold from my city? Let's have a think about this. A spy. You can't spy on your allies, and I have a lot of allies. I wonder who could have done that. Especially because it's like, who is the only person with a gold balance right now? All right. It's good to know. It's good to know what's happening here. Well, now that I've got advanced flight, I did see that Goddard was nearby. So I'll pick up the boost to rocketry. It's not one I normally get, but it's a pretty handy boost. We'll go electricity, we'll go computers, and then we'll go rocketry. Get the tourism boost, just in case. We'll head to Cold War, rapid deployment, social media, globalization, environmentalism, all of the good civics. Plus, one envoy with Chinguetti, and we should get a lot of extra faith. Get +1 faith for every follower in the city of my founded or majority religion. Do I not have a majority religion? I thought I did. I thought we followed Hinduism. Oh, I tell you what's happened. We now have so many cities outside that don't follow a religion. Alright. What we can do then is we can found a religion and then make sure that all my trade routes go from these two cities, which I'm pretty sure they almost all do. So you've already got a holy site. My capital has just unlocked a district and can build a holy site anyway in one turn. So let's go do that. And then next turn I'll found my own religion and that city-state will start doing stuff for me. I like it. We can also pick up Vatican and Bandar Brunei. Extra. Oh, it's just so much stuff. So many yields. Oh, is that fire? It is burning rainforest. Oh, good, good. I've cut all the rainforest down around it, so no one will really burn. You see? Deforestation. Removing the jungles of the world. These are all wonderful things that are only healthy for our empires. Remember that. More national parks. They keep popping down every turn. The tourism creeping up. So creepy. One of the cities has been taken from Crete. This one will fall very soon. Call this one Cyndaquil. I think it was my favourite starter from that game. Is that gold and silver? I think it was. Torre de Belém. There's a few cities that might get the odd monument or ancient walls, but there's quite a few Renaissance walls being built for 3 with this wonder, which is beautiful. Plus, 2 gold for every luxury at the destination from routes from my Pingala city. Well, that's quite tasty. We'll take that all day long. Holy sites. Ready to go? Let's get my religion. Oh, and we also have Goddard. That's exciting. But we did just delete some, so I probably should pay tribute. It's a very late game religion, so we have to decide what we're going to get most value out of. I love the immunities from Zen meditation, and it's quite a nice, easy one to do. But saying that, reliquaries for the tourism? I do have quite a few holy relics. Religious community for the gold routes as well. I've got about, I'd say 12 trade routes coming from these 2 cities, so that could be about 100 gold per turn. I think I'm going to go reliquaries. Late game, it's a lot of fun. I also need to get my religion out nice and quickly. So I'll pop down mosques. That will let me get inquisitors nice and quickly, which I think is the priority here for me. There we go. Please don't snip me. Did you just see that? We just went from 250 faith to 550 faith. That's now because Chinguetti is giving me 1 faith for every follower of a religion in these cities. And there's 15 in this city and 19 in this city. Oh yeah, that's a lot of extra faith per turn. Combining that with the Goddard boost, it's looking good. And did you see that? I'm now spreading my own religion by using great people because I have Vatican on side. Let's get that apostle in nice and quick, get the inquisitors, and we'll start to spread the good stuff. Settling near the Pantanal, gonna go for Lantern. That was a water and electric Pokemon. First one, I think. Amazing combo. Few things happened at once there. Some very important things. Computers have given me more tourism, that's good, but we've unlocked flood barriers, and when flood barriers have unlocked the same turn, the first level of climate change has begun. To say that I'm polluting the world would be an understatement. I am giving it everything, and it's not good. However, as long as we're not the ones to flood, it's fine. So what I've got to do quickly is manually just go through every single one of my cities, every single one, and make sure that I build flood barriers, because guess what? The letter is not in this game. Which, that's going to be a problem. So if I don't build these now, as soon as the world actually does begin to flood, it's going to be what I would like to call a ginormous problem. Oh, 52 turns on that one already. Yeah, a lot of these cities are going to flood very quickly. As long as the city has a little bit of production, it's okay. It can get it up in time. I've got 7 turns to build all these, so this should be fine. We might have a few wet cities, but I'm not promising anything. Oh, just like this one? Yeah, this city really needs one. The actual city is going to flood. Oh dear. Is that a 1-turn bomber I can build because of a World Congress? Oh well now. I shouldn't find this so fun. Yet I do. Yet I do find it fun. Launch Inquisition. Excellent. Inquisitors, go and spread the good word. You may get attacked by the odd Indonesian apostle. Stand your ground. I own my first flying unit. The fact that it wasn't the world's first is a little concerning, but I'm gonna assume that's probably Babylon. Yeah, what have you got? A biplane. Oh, I scoff at your biplane. Scoff! That is the noise of scoff, by the way. You have to physically say scoff. That's how people do it, right? Just realised, as 16 coal I'm using the power of return. There's no wonder the world is flooding so quickly. That's I'm not being a very good world citizen here, to put it lightly. Preemptively, I'm going to start cutting down a little bit of rainforest on the Gaul border to get a couple of airstrips down. I think these are going to be needed just to get enough planes in the area, really. Oh yeah, a cad bows to me because I just got the Reformed Church boost. That's quite nice. I actually have Fez. I could be getting a lot of science from this. Inquisitors don't apply Fez's bonus, which is a little bit annoying. They just send them in advance and just get rid of some religion and then have apostles following behind in order to finish the cities off. That might not be the worst idea, you know. Space race. Oh, I always lose that 2 science for every Renaissance wall card. I like that one. It's a good one. Logistics will do. I like putting railways down. Oh, speaking of, I know it's why you all watch. You don't actually care about the Civ. It's all about the railroad. Well, here you go. I am building it. I've connected up pretty much every single city on the homeland. Gonna start moving over to these islands, but I have also been railroading here and my military engineers are now working their way across the New World. It might take some time, but we're doing it. We're making a good attempt. Hagia Sophia. Are these all religious wonders that we're building in order to basically spread my religion around like crazy? Yes, it says missionaries and apostles spread religion in extra time, but it also applies to inquisitors, which is always a really good, fun thing. Plus, I've been earning quite a lot of culture from a lot of these wonders, so actually getting them finished, quite handy. Here we go. This should be the science boosting. I mean, it's very small amounts. Fez really is not crazy relevant to me anymore, just purely because of the amount of science I'm making per turn. But it's worth just getting little bits and pieces. Like this is an 18 population city, so it's like 360 science. It's worth it. Now I know that I've just unlocked tanks, or I'm just about to unlock tanks, but wouldn't it be better if I lead this charge with King Arthur again? 80 strength, pretty tough. Charge you to the front line, and as you can see, am I very suspiciously building railway all the way through Gaul's lands? No, of course I'm not at all. People often worry about making a late game religion. Is it too late? No, it's never too late. Look, the majority of my cities now follow it. Look at all this extra tourism. Oh, might see if, you know what, I'm not buying great works in terms of regular great works, but relics, heroic relics, might treat myself to some. Oh, that's a cross. Quite expensive. I think I'd rather have army at this point, but it's very tempting. I've just noticed something. Look how many people have got Armani as a governor in Ngazagamu. 5 people. Am I missing something? Is there a tactic here? I mean, admittedly, I was just thinking I really do want that city-state because I was thinking about buying some tanks and be saving 60% on that. Just quite a lot of money. I'm sure we'll pick them up at some point. It's fine. Oh no. Kree have got all the settlers on the other side of this continent. Oh, I was doing so well. I missed out on this side. Okay, right, we need to quickly get in here as fast as we can and stop them from settling. I know technically they're my ally, but it doesn't mean I have to share with them, you know? We can still be really annoying. Time for social media. That is collective activism. 5% culture per city-state I'm suzerain of. That's almost 100%. I think I've got 16 suzerains or something. You know, as fun as market economy is, I don't feel like I need that card anymore. Also gonna slap online communities in there as well for a little bit of extra tourism. That pushes me to about 4 tourists per turn at the moment. Kree's still getting 5, so I'm still not catching up. We need to either massively restrict Kree's culture per turn, which is up at 500, or we need to get a little bit crazy with what we're producing, which I think is pretty easy to do. There are certain things that we can build to have a pretty great work 3 run on this one. I mean, I'm not playing this strictly as a no great work run, but you can see I've pretty much left all of these 3. I'm just enjoying the national parks, all of the random Ludwig culture. Look at all this. Lovely. Gaul does have cavalry corps. They're pretty powerful. Still at war with Macedon, who is refusing to make peace. I like that a lot. Can Can I join in on this war? Yeah, I can. I think I will. You know, I'm earning a lot of tourism. I don't need to earn it specifically from Gaul. Now we're going to go through everyone else and say, come on, time you get in. All right, at least Babylon's in. The other two are being a little flaky at the moment, but that's fine. In comes the bombing run. Now, I could stand by and pillage everything, but I think the better option for me right now is just to run through and claim the cities in as much of a sort of blitz attack as I can. Oh, that's so close. I think Arthur may end up getting killed here. I'm not entirely sure you'll survive this. Let's see if Arthur survives this round. Actually, that's not too bad. I was worried that I'd be swarmed by units there, but no, we haven't been swarmed by units. Oops, world is flooding. It's flooding really badly. I reckon we should just break it by destroying more stuff. That's a good tactic. Oh, I've got a U-boat now as well. Yay! I so rarely build these. They're actually really fun. Oh, and this is why I get the occasional fighter to join in with my bomber assault. Look at that. Kills a core in one go. Gets me an era score as it does it. Not that the bombers can't hit units, but the fighters are distinctly better. And Bibrax is taken. How is Gaul's capital still only 4 population? That's nonsense. Oh well, don't complain. Don't tend to do this very often, but yeah, my whole bombing force is just going to take a couple of turns to disintegrate Gaul's army. It clears the way up for me, which is quite fun. Gets me a load of era score, which is also quite fun. But by reducing the amount of military score they've got, I think I can actually convince people to join in with this war, which is quite fun. People are being generally quite reluctant because of Gaul's standing army, and it doesn't need to be that high, you know? Oh, that's Alhambra. Nice. Give me forced modernization. Any army I do have, I'd like to be able to upgrade it nice and cheap. Still settling. The city of worms, apparently. You can be Togepi. Very oily city, this one. That's lovely. Yeah, look at that. Half of the military gone in one turn. That has totally allowed Kree to join in with this war. It's always worth just destroying as much army as you can if you want people to join in with wars. They were asking 112 gold per turn. Now it's only 10 gold per turn. Georgia, you're in. Oh no, Gaul. Look what's happened again. Arthur's brutal quest continues and the capital now falls to me. And look at all these wonders I've just taken. Apadana, Shabubakal, Oracle, Statue of Zeus. Yeah, Statue of Zeus. Very nice. Alan Turing, always a pleasure to see. Not very useful in the game, but amazing scientist. And another city taken that used to be Kree's. I'm going to call this one Hoppip. Such a useless Pokemon. I loved it. I love how greedily the AI will buy all the luxuries that you've just stolen from new cities. None of these are mine, and they're just like, sure. And I can use all of those resources to go, I tell you what we could need. Let's pray in a tank army. And then, I guess, we can buy in a tank army. It's just 102 strength units that I can now run through. To the north of the New World, the city of Whooper. And is there anything more satisfying than settling next to desert and then immediately Nazca lining to hit your city centre? Oh, it's beautiful. Apparently having 2 tank armies, it never counts as owning 3 tanks for the purposes of composites. I've always liked that. It's like, I know you've technically got 6 worth of tanks, but it's too many tanks in one place, so we're not going to let you have it. And you just look at it and go, oh, alright then. Well, go on then. I'll have a third. Does that count? That counts. 3 tank armies for the purposes of composites. Lovely. This little coastal city, forever a thorn in my side, not allowing me access to the bay and to the Kree. It's now mine. And there's a privateer hiding there. Oh dear. That's privateer. Privateer, oh dear. Hey everyone, you watching this at home, do you want to be like Poundmaker? Do you want to be like the Kree? You can help the channel by going to coffee. Ha ha. Oh, I joke, but it's all very appreciated. So we just picked up another couple of exciting things from globalization. Firstly, International Space Agency. That's a ton of extra science per turn. Where am I going to pop you? Let's go to Visselbanken. That's quite a small benefit for me now, in the grand scale of things. I'd love to put e-commerce in. I just don't have enough space in my government. I need more wonders. I've played so many games recently with absolutely massive governments, and now I don't have one. I feel really weird. Think Arla's finished? And here's environmentalism. Apparently I need another solar farm. I am amazed I haven't got 2. I thought I had. One more city, and that looks like a beautiful source of aluminium. I'll be keeping that. Thank you very much. Another city from Indonesia. That looks like a shuckle to me. Easily. That is a really good city, actually. Oh, putting massive pressure on Indonesia, very much forcing them to the coast. I'm amazed that Indonesia hasn't tried to settle out more. I mean, I know I grabbed this entire coastline from them, but you'd expect them to be doing a little bit bit more aggressive settling than they have done. I mean, I know I'm conquering territory, but there is a big argument here to say that I'm making it a lot nicer than I found it. Look at all these national parks. I've come here to save the wildlife. Yes, that's what I'm doing. Don't overthink it. Ignore the fighters. Incoming surprise tank. Huzzah! Another city taken. Pushing Gaul right back now and then using their own city defenses against them. Cruel. I have totally run out of coal, you know? I was burning through 25 per ton. I never thought I'd be in that stage. I've actually Germaned myself out of coal. I mean, I have not paid much attention to the actual optimization of getting it all out of the ground. So we'll have a quick look now. There's gotta be some I haven't improved. Yeah, like there's quite a bit actually, but I might just need to spend some time actually getting some, you know? Well, seeing as we can't build any railroads, I might as well put a couple of airstrips down. It's always nice to have military engineers on your attacking formation just so that you can do things like this. Look at the amount of bombers I've been able to shove forward, and jet bombers next turn as well. Yes. And here's environmentalism. Just a little bit more tourism for everyone there. I want to reduce my coal consumption, so I'm going to go synthetic technocracy. It's a funny word, that one. It says minus 10% tourism. That is a problem, but what it does do is 3 power in all cities. Now, if I can build biosphere, which I should be able to do very soon, you get way more tourism from the eco power that your government gives you than you do losing from the 10%. Trust me, it's a turbocharge of tourism. It's really strange how it calculates itself, but it just does. You know what? I'm going to take the turn. I'm just going to take the turn to upgrade all of my jet bombers. It's too much fun. Just seeing the range of each and every one of them increase. Just looking at this graph, you know what, Cree? I'm not going to renew my alliance with you. I just feel like that could be a bad move. I'll ask for open borders, but an alliance, yeah, maybe not. Also, all of their colonies they're putting down, they're losing them all. Every single one is being lost to loyalty. It's kind of a little sad. I mean, I say a little. I'm not that troubled. I'll be honest with you. It's okay. But what we can do is we can actually pull off a bit of a culture rejig of what we need. At the moment, we need 377 tourists because that's one more than Poundmaker. Poundmaker wasn't in the game. We'd need one more than 155, which is 156. And I'd lose 16 from Poundmaker, but that would be a much more obtainable goal. So we're going to keep that in mind, I think. Oh yeah, jet bombers are significantly more troublesome for the AI to deal with. They are very powerful. It's the range on them that makes them a lot of fun. Overwhelming power combined with the modern armor, you can just punch through, and once you've broken the enemy lines, there's very little they can do to stop you because you can just get over them, start attacking the cities. They can set traps and defenses and ranged attacks and artillery, but it doesn't work because you're just too quick. You're like, oh yeah, don't mind me, I've just taken another city. I'm going to take one more and I'm going to leave them with this one. I don't want to knock them out of the game. Now, I've unlocked synthetic technocracy, but I'm going to hold off adopting it just for a second. I mean, I'm getting a big penalty to tourism anyway. You know what? I don't think going up a level is actually going to make it any worse. We'll try it, see if it makes a difference. Online communities, 5-year plan. There's a lot of people that aren't quite as happy as once they were, so I'll put liberalism back in. Democratic legacy just adds to all the other legacy cards we've got. Yeah, let's make the trade routes better. This'll banken, and we'll add e-commerce in. Excellent. Let's now get near future governance and find carbon recapture. Then we can spam that and hopefully stop the world from flooding before it gets too bad. Oh, there's Ngazagamu. Oh, there we go. Now we can buy troops on the cheap. I'd missed that. And Hattusa, that's another 15% science in all of my empire. Kilwa providing that. Just a case of beelining and scooping any city-state that will join me here. Always remember that Ngazagamu works on faith purchasing as well as gold purchasing, so you can get huge amounts of armies very much on the cheap. Just wondering if I just save up for robotics here. When I do declare war on Cree, because I'm a level 2 ally, they will declare an emergency that will trigger a world war pretty much with all of my allies. So ideally, what I'd like to do is get myself into the tourism position, where as soon as I knock them out, I win instantly, and it won't get too bad. So I might just need to hold off for a few turns before I attack, but that just means that I can build what I like to call overwhelming strength. Sounds fun, doesn't it? Just enough combat strength that there is nothing they'll be able to do to stop me. That is Gaul's last city taken, apart from this one, which I do not want to keep. So we'll wait a few turns, 2 turns, and I'll offer them peace. Is it really cost effective to build an entire airport in order to build the biosphere quicker? No. But I'm going to do it anyway, because it's hilarious. Oh, that's right. My great writer can spread my religion, can't it? Oh, that's handy. That's really handy. So to confirm, going to a tier 4 government didn't increase the different government penalty on my tourism. I had a look and I was explained to me what happened on this before. I get a 20% penalty if I have a government that's either tier 3 or tier 4 and it's different to the AI, and they give me an additional penalty if they have a government that's tier 3 or tier 4 and it's different to mine. So because Cree is tier 3, we've got a minus 40%, but everyone is at minus 20. So far, so good. Still though, that's like 300 tourism per turn I'm losing just on that. Terrible. Military emergency? I'm gonna say no to that, but I'm not gonna vote it down very hard because there's a chance that Cree might decide to join in on this. It's a small chance, that they might do, and if they do, they will break the alliance or a defensive alliance with me. I can attack them sooner, and I don't have to worry about a betrayal alliance. Now, the fact that the game is lagging so much here means that there's a chance that Cree have joined in on this. They did. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, this is fantastic. What an opportunity. They did it. The Rapscallions, they did it. So that means I, in theory, now I'm completely free to reign all the war with them I want, and there's no diplomatic consequence whatsoever. Now, they do have at least one city in the New World I cannot forget about. So let's not forget about that. But all of this, well, my army has literally just arrived in order to destroy Gaul. So there's nothing stopping them here. This could not be worse timed from a Cree point of view. Like, why would you attack right now? I'm actively building a railroad to your front line. Here it is. Ta-da. In fact, actually, I've even got a nice little airstrip so I can bring reinforcements in. Oh, and their walls are even weaker than Gaul's were. Oh, that's actually quite cute. Should we all condescendingly go, "Aw," towards the Cree? Aw, they thought their walls would stop me. They're made of paper mache. King Arthur riding in on his horse, taking a 10 population city immediately. A yoink. Imagine that, sitting your government down to have a really, really difficult and in-depth conversation. There's some sort of war crime going on our border. Shall we go to war? And they're sitting there in their government deciding before, for and against it. It's really complicated. And eventually they come to the decision, yes, we should help. We should declare war here. And the same day they declare war, I just rush in and take a city. And they're sitting there thinking, oh, we may have made a slight miscalculation here. Maybe Ursa wanted us to do that, and he was ready for it. Never mind. You have to laugh. You have to laugh and smile at these ridiculous situations as they happen. Don't mind me whilst I just dump my religion down as well. Spreading very nicely. One great person, my Inquisitors can just spread it instantaneously. I'm not even bothering with the Fez ability. I'll be honest with you, it's not a lot of science compared to what I'm earning. Tell you what, sometimes Macedon can be the worst military ally, but he is up for everything today. Alex, you legend. Immediately declaring war on Crete. So who did I just lose? Candy I've lost. That's it. That is the sort of monopoly we have over great people this game. City-states. It's wonderful. The best bit about late-game warfare as well is you can just repair the walls because they're all steel and they'll repair immediately. But this encampment has a military academy in, so I can just immediately say, ooh, what am I lacking? Maybe a little bit of pillaging power? All right, here's a helicopter army. Immediately. Just done. I love Civ. It's wonderful. Let's see how Kree respond with their mighty 162 military strength. This was such a miscalculation from them. This feels like sometimes when multiplayer games, you all decide that you need to declare war on somebody because they're about to win, so you reluctantly do, and then you immediately get flattened and think, well, that wasn't a good idea. Claim me warming mitigation. If I'm gonna conquer this world, I want it to be nice and chilly. I don't want it ruined. I wasn't so keen if I thought I'd have to share it, but, well, seeing as I get to keep it, that's fine. Surprise naval attack from beneath. It's not really a surprise, is it? Warfare. It's sort of very much choreographed. Another city here. We're taking a lot of great works over, by the way. I'm sort of slightly worried that we still have that glitch in the game where the more great works you have, the longer turns take to load. I don't think it's going to be that bad, but that is sort of why I've been avoiding them this game. Yeah, I've been actually keeping one hand tied behind my back this entire time, just because I wasn't 100% sure whether or not there was still a problem with it. Been fun though. Using different abilities. I haven't had a good biosphere run. To be honest, we haven't even needed a biosphere run. We're doing great otherwise. Here's bullshit. I'm probably going to unlock 2 random governments that I've failed to unlock earlier in the game, but there's a chance we might get some information to future era civics, which would be quite good. It's kind of why I built it towards the end of the game. A very fun one to do if it's still available. Let's see how lucky we get. Global warming mitigation, reformed church, class struggle. Yeah, no, we got 2 random governments. It happens from time to time. What can you do? One more city taken. Kree have just got great people lying around. There's too many here. If anything, I'm doing them a favor. I'm helping their turn processing times by just, reducing what they have to think about on a turn-to-turn basis. That's what I'm doing. It's great. When you think about it, it could be described as a service. Maybe. Time to carbon recapture. If anything else, it's actually just really good to get your cities to do this, because when you've got such a big game, you just don't have to worry about them anymore. Modern armor goes knock knock. Who's there? It's me, it's modern armor. It's not a joke, it's more of a fact sequence. Here comes Biosphere, effectively tripling environmental energy and turning any power into tourism. Now, I had 1,480 tourism per turn before Biosphere. What do you reckon we're going to have now, with 50 plus cities worth of green energy flowing through them and some improvements I've been putting in? Well, you're not going to find out, because Hermitage is being built first. What's going on with all of these This is like dam, aqueduct, dam. There's nothing but water in this city. It is a total floodland. This is the Netherlands in a city. 1,480. Go on. Tell me what it is. 2,256. That's a lot more tourism. Can we make peace with Gaul? I mean, you're pretty beaten up by now. Oh, if I give them 17 gold per turn, you know what? How about a peace pipe? Some spice that'll make you see the world slightly differently. A contribution to your coffee and some salt because you're probably quite salty about it. They're proving hard to buy. Even the peace whale? Oh, refusing the peace whale. Oh no, there you go. 9 luxuries. I guess there kind of are the luxuries that Gaul should own. You could say that, technically I'm just returning them, but we won't worry about the specifics of it all. All I need from you is open borders. Thank you, friend. Legally, you're not allowed to say that I'm not your friend now, are you? I've actually given them quite a lot of loyalty with all those luxuries, so hopefully they won't go anywhere. Oh no, calm down everyone. Kree's capital is protected by a warrior army. Oh, back off, quit game. I'm only kidding. With a nice choreographed attack. Both of the Kree cities on their mainland are gone, and that's it. They have but one city left. Oh, no, soon to be 2 cities. Oh, I wonder if we had anything to deal with those. Yes. Yes. You know what? We didn't actually have a look to see how much uranium we had. Should we have a peek? How much is on this map? 9 results, and that's it. Muscat has some. Georgia has some. Indonesia has some. They're going to lose that city. That's my city. Oh, lovely. And there's some more over there too. Indonesia has 2 lots. That is not mine. That's under my city. That's in the frozen north. Oh yeah, there is not much on this map at all. Not to matter though. You know what? I don't even need to really bother with the cost discount. I've got 6,000 gold just lying around, so I'm just going to build it in the closest city. So if we were to look at this right now, you'd see that we were getting approximately 22,000 tourism per turn. So we're gaining about 14 tourists per turn, and Kree's only getting 1 every 3 turns. So now we are rapidly chasing them, but this number, this 397, is just too big. It's just too big a number. 21 turns? I'm not waiting 21 turns. I refuse. Also, this absolutely proves my theory, right? I've taken all of the great works from Kree. It's slowed down my turn rendering by, I'd say, about 40-50 seconds. What is going on with this at the moment? If anyone knows what possibly could be causing this, because it's most probably a mod of some kind, let's be honest. I would be very, very interested in your opinions. That's that little city taken. Arthur's just going to plunder this trade route. Sinbad is going to act like a U-boat and attack that galley, and this U-boat is actually going to U-boat and destroy a galley in the middle of the sea. And this U-boat is going to kill a warrior monk in a surprising turn of events. And Nobel is going to congratulate me on a slightly surprising peace prize, which I definitely deserve. Yes. Peace Peace in Ursa's time. I was just going to congratulate myself on a mitigated flood, but then I realized it was on a dam that I didn't build. Oh, come on, game. I tried. Seasteads. Ooh, advanced power cells. Giant death robots have a siege cannon. Lovely. Oh, we really need to worry about that particularly. Creed did manage to get a single wall up in this city, which is a shame because I've now just flattened it in one turn. Is that the city gone though? Are you out of the game, Creed? Is that it? Oh, I forgot to take the settler. Whoopsie. Oh, I'm sure it's fine. We didn't need that city anyway, maybe. Goodbye, Cree. How does this now look? Oh, that looks a lot more favorable, doesn't it? I think I should be winning next turn. Partial completionist. There is the victory. It's a culture victory. Ignore the fact that half the world is conquered. That doesn't matter. Augustus Caesar? No. More like seizing the means of joy. Lots of buildings constructed. Cities we'll gloss over that. Do you see the point where I was like, and now we attack Gaul? Play of the match, though, has to be the King Arthur strike. I'd never realized that was as powerful a tactic. I really, really did enjoy that. I'm gonna have to do that again. Lots of cities founded. It was a Terra map after all. Cities lost? Yeah, that happened. Actual city razed to the ground. Districts constructed. Yes, that's why we beat the AI. Culture was always going to be really high, especially when I started to actually remember to use Ludwig's ability properly. I always forget to do that. Science. Good. Faith. Can you tell where I took Chinguetti over and made my own religion? I mean, look how late a religion I made. Actually, someone did make a religion after me. Who was that? Alexander. What a rebel. Units killed. A lot. Units lost? A few. 4 units lost. How many did I kill? About 100. That's not a bad ratio, really. War declarations received? A few. Wonders constructed? Actually, more than I normally do. It is, when you've got German production, you might as well. There you go, just to show you. 184 out of 163. We are now stealing tourists from the world at a vast rate. We're refreezing it. We've brought the temperature down by about 0.3 degrees already. And as you can see, we're now running projects in most cities that can be bothered. I mean, my capital can run them every 2 turns, which is cool. And I've got about 20 cities doing it at the moment, so that's fun. In the end, my best city of the game, the beautiful city of Squirtle, not even mine. I took it from Hungary, as I did Lechonk and Winkaloin version 2. We will remember the massacre that occurred here. One thing I am thinking about though, look at the vast size of the map that was just unused. I know it's a standard sized map, but 8 players and already the game just has way too much space. I fancy playing something a little smaller. Maybe I will. Does the game get really hard when it gets really small, or does it get really easy? Maybe. One day we'll find out. However, this isn't the day. I need to wrap this series up. If you enjoyed it, then if you don't mind leaving the video and the series a like, and the channel a subscribe, and maybe you want to check out the channel's coffee, all of those things are greatly appreciated, especially if you enjoyed what you see today. But I've got to go. Where have I got to go, you ask? Well, to the next video, which is going to play immediately after this one, so hang around if you can. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, I bid you all adieu. Be careful of the giant crabs. They still have Ursa. We must blow them up. Oh, yes. Wait, hang on. They're not dead. They're not dead! Oh no, what have we done? And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Davalex, Skeptical Bear, Alex Noob, Cinnamon Beard, Petra Ryan, Rom88, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Boyzoro, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, Polar Beret, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedged, Mushkin Mandletort, Esri Dax, Deeble Time, Shoelace, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Clint Hennis, Dr. Bobby, Polar Wallabear, Mixomatosis, NTG Golfman, Victor McPupster, Indigenous68. Thank you everyone for your support. See you all in the next video. Goodbye!